Tuesday. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. It's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Stafford and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Patrick Mahomes and the New Orleans Saints.
On a gorgeous southern afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, and inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. On the return, Tremont Smith. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the reigning Super Bowl MVP in his fourth year now. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
Two touchdown passes last week.
Two touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Jacobs with a carry on first down as he'll get about 3 there before he's taken down.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 12 carries, 55 yards.
And well liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Taken down at the 41. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Operating out of the gun, Flacco.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. From the gun, Flacco. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try.
A 30-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambo is good.
The kick.
And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Saints 3, Falcons nothing.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Falcons.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their 32-year-old quarterback from the University of Georgia, the 12-year vet, Matthew Stafford.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Stafford on first down. And quickly finding Rager. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
37-yard line.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
On side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 20-yard line.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they can't bring him down. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. The numbers for Travis Kelce last week. 9 catches, 87 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
From the 50, it's Stafford. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And incomplete. Harrison Smith on the coverage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He's going to drop this underneath to Ingram. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Nothing after 1 on EA Sports.
Saints 3, Falcons nothing.
Blue 60. 56 right there. 56. You. 56 the mark, boy. Check 56.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll get this to Jay Kumaro. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now Stafford.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. K.J. Hamler with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this carries into the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes. Now the ball comes. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD.
Touchdown.
So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Coup now for the point after. And this one's right through to me, the cough up. But then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Saints take over first and 10.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Shaquille Quarterman.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. Second and 19. Running is Jacobs. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Saints on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Nick Chubb, second leading rusher in the NFL last year. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Second and 12 now at the 44-yard line. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Jalen Rager, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's 21-3. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
For Portland Sutton, incomplete. Chris Harris on the coverage.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Jacobs. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for New Orleans. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taken in at the 22. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened...
And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
By the Saints. They'll take
and he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. And they're the recipient of a nice gift here late in the half with a real chance to put points on the board.
And it's been a difficult half for them in terms of putting points on the board. So here with this gift, with this opportunity, they've got to find a way to cash it in.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Second and
A shotgun snap to Mahomes. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Looking sideline, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now it's Mahomes again, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
To Lee Smith.
Lee Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. 5 plays there on that drive, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Dante Moncrief now here on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you're talking about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the 2nd quarter. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st and 10, Stafford. This ball complete to Rager. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, and it's the Titans with the lead in the 2nd quarter of play. Sterling Shepard, a touchdown reception. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Derek Carr has a couple of touchdown passes there. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. As you can see, the score there in the 2nd quarter. The Raiders trying to hold on and claim victory. In the game you're watching, it's Matthew Stafford who's had it working in the first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
45-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. This is Chenault on the receiving end.
Stafford's pass. Complete to LaVisca Chenault. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. On first down, it's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Stafford's pass.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 30.
On second down, Ingram. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Carrier brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it.
50 seconds,
They snap it to Stafford. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On first down, Stafford here. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
2nd and goal.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, One of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 6-yard.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a carry for Jacobs. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Breaks through the contact. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Looking for Kelsey on the deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Saints 10.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Stafford to the end zone, but it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Laviska Shenault, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
Saints 10.
Following a touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's Smith to return it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, check, right 57.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
3 plays and out.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's caught inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. That'll be complete to Cook. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
2nd and 4 at the 20-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
The Saints on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Smith to return it. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. He was looking to go back to Sutton there, but it'll be second down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 11. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They go with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Mahomes firing complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He's got this complete to Marcel Aitman. Mahomes, a gain of 6 there on 1st. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes, incomplete, right side to Cook. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Mahomes to throw once more. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Ingram again.
Mark Ingram, the ball.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
On first down, it's Ingram. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Falcons, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.